Hey gang, Coach Jeff here with Stronger Life, coming to you with another home workout to help keep yourself strong and fit while we are not able to be at the gym, or if you choose not to come to the gym. Either way, we're going to be making this available for you guys so you can pick whatever option makes you feel the most safe and the most comfortable. So today's workout, we've got shoulder press is our strength component. We'll be doing our 5 sets of 5 repetitions. We'll have that open last set. Just a reminder, for shoulder press, for strength building, we want to be at that 7 out of 10 intensity. And that's based on you. That's not based on anyone else. But if 0 is, this is so easy that I could do this all day and I'll fall asleep before I'll get tired. And 10 is, this is almost impossible. I can do 1 repetition, maybe. Okay, we want to hit the 7 out of 10. So if five repetitions, you should only be able to do maybe 7 or 8 with it max at any one time. And we've got the rest built in so that you should be able to do 5 sets of 5, and maybe on that last set do 2 or 3. Now that's if you've got an option on weights to get you there. So then for a metabolic conditioning or aerobic component, we've got those lovely plank knee taps that everyone loves, okay? I did get a taste of my own medicine on that one, and I scaled down the number from what we did the first time because that was pretty rough. So we've got 5 plank knee taps. That can be done from an elevated surface like a chair, whatever position you're comfortable doing your planks, you'll likely be able to do a knee tap from, okay? And even if you can't all the way reach down and get to your knee, I've got big, long gorilla arms. It's easy for me to reach my knees. We want you to be reaching down at a diagonal towards your knee during that movement, and I'll cover that in just a minute. Then we've got high bear crawl, okay? So that'll be on your hands and feet, and that'll be moving hopefully in opposite pairs. If getting in the floor is not for you today, that's okay. I'll show you an option during the warm-up that we can do for like in the chair or on a couch arm where you don't have to get all the way down on the ground, but you'll get to work alternating pairs of arms and legs for your core and still get some weight bearing through your hands. Then we're gonna have lateral step ups with weights. So if you're pretty confident and you can step up and down on a step sideways pretty easily, we want you to add some resistance to make it challenging. We will be doing 15 repetitions, so keep that in mind with picking your weight. But we'll let you hold it in front rack or goblet position, where if you've got one weight you want to hold here, or if you've got dumbbells and you want to rest them on your shoulders, or if you need to make it a little easier or you're going super heavy, you can just hold it in this farmer carry position and step up. Last thing is going to be eyes closed marches. So if you guys got to tune in for our balance activities, eyes closed while we're moving dynamically really works our sensory system and our inner ear or vestibular system to help keep our balance and our coordination sharp. So that's why we're doing that. But if you add a weight up here in goblet, it's really going to work on your posture too. So we'll give you the option if you want to make it a little harder, or if you don't have a heavy enough weight to make arms at your sides difficult, then move it up to goblet. If you've got a little lighter weight, that will make it more challenging. So 40 steps, eyes closed march. That'll be right counts as 1, left counts as 1, okay? And that will be an 11-minute AMRAP. So as many rounds or reps as you can in 11 minutes, okay? But what we'll do, we're gonna warm everything up first. We're gonna warm up for our shoulder press, for our plank knee taps, and we're gonna go through everything 2 to 3 times. I wanna do an unloaded or a super easy version of everything to kind of just get our blood moving, start getting stretched out, and then we'll add more weight until we're getting up to the version that we're gonna do for the workout. Sound good? You guys with me? Everyone, no one's asleep yet. No one fell over, so that's good. I'll stop talking now. We'll get to work. So let's grab a lightweight. So if you've got a set of dumbbells you're gonna do for shoulder press, just grab one of them, and we're gonna share the load between both arms to make it easy, okay? So I'm gonna grab just one of the dumbbells I'm planning to use. And let's go ahead and do 8 repetitions overhead. So elbows should be tucked in. You want to hold your tummy and your bottom tight, and then we just want to press overhead. So let's go 8 repetitions here. Good. So that one we're all pretty clear on. We'll be doing, if you've just got one item that you're going to press overhead, that's okay. If you've got dumbbells, we can go one at a time or both at the same time. I've got some limited mobility and my technique goes when I've got both arms going overhead, so I'll do mine one at a time. You guys get to pick. Next will be our plank knee taps. I'm going to do these elevated. I'm planning to do them on the ground later, but we're just warming up. Let's do 10 of this easier version. So I'm going to do this in kind of push-up position. Core's nice and tight, breathing. Come over, tap the opposite knee with each hand. Let's do 10. Good. Good. Now, bear crawl, we've got an option. If you want to do your first warm up as chair crawl, that'll look like this. We'll go alternate arm and leg, and you can add a little bit of light resistance to it. So it would look kind of like this. Okay, so we're still getting some weight bearing. If you want to go ahead and practice and getting in the floor, you can walk your hands down to the floor. We're going to have our bottom up in the air. We'll take our right arm and our left leg, and let's take 5 steps forward here, and then left arm, right leg. And then we'll go 5 steps backwards. So I got a little bit of a coordination component in with this today. And I'm doing an extra set just to kind of demo in case it's a new movement for you. Good. Step ups, let's do those without weight. Let's do 10, 5 on each side. So we'll go all the way up and back down is 1. Let's go 5 with the right leg and 5 with the left. All right, good job. And then we'll go ahead and grab our lightweight, probably whatever you pressed overhead, and we'll do 20 of our marches with our eyes closed. And let's go ahead and put that in goblet or front rack position. You can put it either here like this if you've got a dumbbell, or you can do it like this. Either way is fine. Eyes closed. Let's do 20 marches here. If you're not comfortable keeping your eyes closed the whole time, you can kind of peek. We want you to be safe, but we want you to challenge yourself. Good. All right. That puts us back up at the top. Once we get those done, let's go back to our shoulder press. Let's do 8 more of those. Still just with half the weight you plan to use. Still warming up. Try to get the elbows straight overhead. I've run out of room once again. I'm going to squat a little bit. Try to get my elbows straight. The weight should end up kind of over your head. Keep those elbows pointed down. We don't want to chicken wing out. Good. Then we'll do 5 steps forward and 5 steps backwards of our high bear crawl. Or 10 repetitions of your chair crawl. Either way. Very good. Okay, we'll do 10 step-ups. Let's grab a light weight this time. That way you can start gauging what you need. Five each leg. Okay, looking good, gang. Looking good. So we'll go to our eyes closed marches. Let's load up a little more weight this time. Okay, let's get close to that weight you're planning to use. I'm going to bring mine up in the front rack here. Eyes closed. Let's go 20 steps. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. It's okay to open your eyes and peek if you feel like you're starting to drift and you're not feeling safe, but challenge yourself. Good. All right, one more time through. You guys are looking good on all your movements. We're still going to keep the weight about 50% for our shoulder press, okay? I don't want to take too much away from your strength once we get into the set. So let's go. This time, let's just go 5 reps and work on range of motion, trying to get the weight all the way over your head, elbows straight.
It's the kind of beat that go.
Good. Then let's do 10 steps bear crawl, high bear crawl, 5 forward, 5 back, or 10 repetitions chair crawl with the weight you plan to use in the workout. Up on the tiptoes and hands, bottoms up in the air. Try to go alternating pairs. Good. Good. Then let's do 10 step ups. Let's grab the weight you plan to use for the workout. Most of you guys can probably go pretty heavy. If you've got heavy weights around, go ahead and grab them. Five each leg. Rounding out this warm up. All right. You guys probably realized this before I did, but I skipped the warm-up movement. We need to do our plank knee taps. So let's go ahead and do 10 of those. We'll make up for our lost time. Whatever position of plank is the one you typically pick for when we're just staying on our hands and toes kind of forward. Let's go ahead and do 10 of those in the position you plan to do in the workout. All right. It's a lot. If you're finding that those are easy for you and you're out in push-up position like this, it'll make it a lot harder. Come down to your elbows and then try to snake your hand over, okay? If you need to make it harder, do that. If you're doing them here and you're like, man, that's a little too hard, come out to push-up position. Or If the plank position you chose is too hard once you add movement, elevate yourself a little bit. Go up on a chair, countertop, something like that. Sound good? Great. Last thing was eyes closed marches. Let's go ahead and we'll do just 10. Well, let's do the weight you plan to use for the workout. Whatever you've got that's heavy, but you feel safe with, you think you'll be able to do 40 with, let's do 10 just to warm up. Round out this warm up. I'm gonna keep mine up a goblet to make it a little more challenging. You can do it your sides, whatever feels right for you today. Good. I didn't talk about this before we started the warm up, but when you're doing your marches, if you can, I want your knees to cross your hip crease, okay? So we're not taking little marches. I want the knee to try to come all the way up to hip height, if you can, okay? Good deal. What questions, do you guys have any questions for me as far as movements or variations or anything? If you do, go ahead and put them in the chat box. I'm gonna get a sip of water and I'm gonna get ready for our shoulder press. So that'll be 5 sets of 5 repetitions for our shoulder press. And I'll start getting our timer ready. Oh, yeah, I don't think I told you guys how many marches. So 40 marches total. Right counts as a march, left counts as a march. I don't like the right, left, one. I think it's too confusing. So that'll work. Perfect. And I'll try to remember to review too, especially since I threw our order off and all that. But we'll be starting with our shoulder press. That'll be just 5 repetitions. And reminder, you can do one arm at a time. If you want to just do 5 and 5, and then you'll have the rest of your time. We'll do 1 minute and 15 seconds. That'll give you a little more time in case you do one at a time. That's perfect. I love the creativity with our shoulder press. Ooh, that looks like an old school iron. That's great. Okay. Set number 1, starting in 10 seconds. 5 repetitions with your right and 5 repetitions with your left arm. And go. Keep those elbows tucked in. Should be pointing down when you bring your arm down. Looking good, Danny. Make sure not to hold your breath. Looking good. We've got still 40 seconds to rest or dance. Keep ourselves moving. Shake it out a little bit. If you need to do some of the stretches here, you need to come up to the wall and stretch a little more, feel free to do that in between sets. All that's fine. Good. 10 seconds. Set number 2. I'm going to squat down because I don't have enough headroom. Okay. And go. 5 reps. Try to get that elbow straight. Good job, guys. Technique's looking really good. Guys are getting into that great ending position. Elbows are staying tucked. It looks like you're finishing by your ear better than your coaches. I love it. be better than your coach. This is not my area of strength, which is good that I'm working on it. Okay, 25 seconds. If you find your neck's getting a little tight, you want to stretch your neck out a little bit, keep it moving in between. I'm starting to feel my upper trap kind of start to get a little tight up here. Okay, we've got 3 seconds. Set number 3. Here we go. 5 reps each arm. Woo! Starting to feel that. Good job, Dave. Still have 40 seconds to either complete your reps or rest, stretch, shake it out, get a sip of water. We'll be starting set number 4. Good, 20 more seconds. I think I forgot to mention this, but we will be doing an open last set. So if your weights are a little bit light, that's okay. You can add some repetitions on the last set. 5 seconds. Set number 4, here we go. Good job. Good, 45 seconds to rest. Then we got that last set. Set yourself a goal, okay? If your weight feels a little bit light, maybe you can do 8 or 10 reps, okay? Set yourself a goal. See what you can do. Try to keep it even right to left. We all have a little bit of dominance usually from one side to the other. So try to keep it even. If you have an arm that seems a lot weaker and you have to break that other side into 2 sets just because that's your non-dominant, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'd rather you do that than be 5 reps off on your strengthening on the side that needs it the most, okay? Okay, 5 seconds, last set, max reps, good form. Dumbbell comes down and touches the shoulder between each rep. I think that's it for me. Elbow straight overhead each time. Woo. All right. Good job. And it's getting warm in my little workout room. Look at you guys go. I love it. Get those last reps in. Very good. Very good. All right. That is our strength component, shoulder pressing overhead. We still got Becky over here crushing it. Woo! Good job. All right. Working on pressing is so important. I mean, functionally, we all typically have to reach overhead to get stuff out of cabinets or whatever, but the stronger we are up here, the longer we can keep that function and do other fun things in life, like throw our grandkids, right? Woo! You'll be ready for that. Okay. So 11-minute AMRAP, as many rounds of reps as possible. We have only 5 knee taps from plank, okay? So if you're pretty confident in this movement, pick a position that's hard. You only have 5 to do. So plank knee position taps go into high bear crawl. You'll have 10 steps forward and 10 steps backwards. If you're in a small room like me, I'm going to be going 5 forward, 5 backwards, 5 forward, 5 backwards. That's okay if you don't have enough space to do it all in one go. And then we'll have 15 step ups with a weight. Try to keep that even side to side, okay? So you'll have to cheat it one rep or the other between your right and left. And then 40 eyes closed marches, okay? So 5 knee plank knee taps, 10 steps bear crawl forward, 10 steps bear crawl backwards, 15 step ups, and then 40 marches eyes closed with a weight, okay? You guys got it? Any questions? Good deal. So we'll start with the plank. I'm going to get a little sip of water here. Make sure your room's set up. Make sure you know what weights you're going to use for your step ups and your marches. I think I'm going to end up using the same set for both here. This is about as good as I can do in this little room. Okay. I'll get our timer set. Okay. 11 minutes. We're going to go in 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 5, knee taps from plank. I'm going to get my timer set up. I'm struggling here. Okay, here we go. That goes into the bear crawl. 10 steps forward, 10 back. We got 15 step ups, sideways, after your 10 bear crawl forward and 10 backwards. All the way up and back down counts as a rep. Doing 8 and 7 here on my first set. Then I'll do 7 and 8 just to keep things even for the step ups. Woo. Good. Step ups. Go straight into the eyes closed marches. Try to get your knee up to the same height as your hip. 40 steps on the marches. Woo. All right. All right, I was thinking I was loving this station, but this song, I might go crazy. Okay, that's better, I think. All right, gang. Once you finish your eyes closed marches, back to 5 plank position knee taps, and then into 10 steps, bear crawl, forward and backwards. Here we go. This will be better. Okay. All right. 5 plank position knee taps into 10 steps forward and backwards of your bear crawl, then 15 step up sideways with some weight. Alright, that's my 7. And I'm going to do 8 on my right leg this time. Myself evened out. Alright. Back to the eyes closed marches. 40 of these. Try to get your knee up to the height of your hip. It's okay if you have to peek every once in a while. Make sure you're not drifted too far. Or if you feel a little too unsteady, that's okay. Get your workout today. Do what challenges you. Holding heavy weight and marching may be hard enough. But if you can, try closing your eyes a little bit. And 40, man, that's quite some time. All right, we are halfway through the workout. If this is feeling easy, pick up the pace. If it's feeling a little too hard, you're finding yourself having to take long breaks. In between activities, slow it down a little bit. But if you're not sweaty, not tired, pick up the pace, okay? 5 knee taps from plank. Then 10 bear crawl steps forward and 10 backwards. Just 4.5 minutes. You guys are doing great. Hang in there. Keep pushing. Get those reps in. Keep your breathing under control, but push the pace. Man, these things get heavy after a while, going straight from one to the other. These marches take a lot of focus. Man. Good job. Oh. Starting over at the top, 5 knee position planks, or knee taps from plank. And then into bear crawl. Got 2.5 minutes. Just keep it moving. You guys have done great. Hang in there to the end. Doing good, gang. Less than 2 minutes. Woo. 90 seconds, 90 seconds. Hang tough. It's kind of the moment in the workout where you get to push that boundary just a little bit. Get just a little bit outside your comfort zone on the pace, on your breathing, because you're almost done. Another great workout under your belt. Get stronger and feel better. Whew. I spun a lot on that one. Facing the wall. All right, gang. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Keep it moving. You got this. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Boom. You did it. Good work. Boom. Got those elbow taps through the screen. My goodness. Okay. Let's take a few laps around the room. Get a little sip of water. Breathe in through your nose, blow it out through your mouth. Let's get our breathing and our heart rate under control before we stretch it out. I don't know about you guys, but my shoulders really felt that. We need to stretch these shoulders out. Put some good work in to make our shoulders stronger today. Do one more lap here, man. Ooh, all right. All right, when you guys are ready, let's circle back up. Let's take good care of those shoulders and stretch them out. Lots of pressing, lots of weight bearing on our hands today. That helps overall with our wrist strength, as well as our shoulder stability. When we load our body, we put our body weight on our hands to weight bear. Gives us lots of scapular, shoulder blade stability, and core strength. So it's good stuff. All right, you guys know me all too well. I'm going to start with a posterior capsule stretch. Arm out, bring it across your body. Pull that elbow back. Drop your shoulder back. Down. Make sure that shoulder's not riding up towards your ear. At this point, it should not be cold. It should be warm. You guys did such a great job. So proud of you. put some high-level activities. Lots of people, they see that dynamic plank or bear crawl. You guys weren't scared though. You rocked it out. Good job. Let's switch. I'm going to shake my arms out just a little bit. Bring the other arm out across your body. Pull back. Got a pretty hop and dance beat going too. Stretch too. Good. Shake those arms out. Let's get a little inferior capsule stretch. Arm up. Bend that elbow. Pull the elbow towards your head and gently push the elbow down towards the floor. Just a little downward push here. My hands are sliding around. I'm sweaty. You might be too. That is okay. It's a sign of a good workout. Good. Another arm down. Shake it out a little bit. Other arm up. Bend the elbow. Pull your arm a little bit towards your head and gently press down. Good. Shake those arms out. We're going to take care of our wrists and forearms a little bit here. Maybe you put your arm out straight, elbow straight, and gently pull back. You should feel a stretch on the front side of your forearm here. If that's aggressive or causes pain in your elbow or up here in the muscle, you can bend your elbow a little bit to take that away. But if you're not having any pain with this, gently pull back here. Some deep breaths for me, in through the nose, out through your mouth. Good, then we'll switch, we'll get the other side. Same thing, arm out straight, pull the fingers back. If that causes pain on this side, same thing, you can bend that elbow a little bit. You can even pull it back to here if you need to, okay, with a little support. But if you're not having pain, let's go and get that elbow straight. Nice little forearm stretching here. Good, elbow straight. And then we're going to pull down the opposite direction, okay? So here we are. Same thing, if there's pain with that, bend that elbow a little bit. That should take it away. But otherwise, let's keep that elbow straight. All right, and switch. Arm out. Pull hands down. Yep, looking good. Looking good. All right, good job. We're going to do a little more shoulder stretching. I'm going to use the wall over here. Actually, before we do that, if you have a broomstick handy, grab it for me. If you don't, it's okay. We're going to work on some shoulder extension going back this way. That's a movement we use when we do our dips or you're pressing to get up. But if you've got a broomstick or something handy, I want you to stand this way. I want you to push out and hold for a second or two. Don't push through any pain. You want your arms at least a thumb's width wider than your body. Hands are outside the shoulders, 2 or 3 seconds, and relax. We're going to do 3 more of these. So up, chest up nice and tall, hold your tummy tight. Try to lift those arms back behind you. Good. 2 more. Good. And 1 more. Make sure you're breathing. Lift. Fight for a little height and then bring it down. Good. Now, if you can find a wall or a door frame, maybe put your arm up. Straddle stance, so 1 foot in front of the other. I want you to get your elbow straight and I want you to lean in. Trying to just open this space. Stretch your shoulders up. Good. Then let's switch. Other arm. Up against the wall. Staggered stance. Hold your tummy tight and lean in. Elbow straight. Good. All right. Good job today, gang. We'll wait till everyone gets back in the frame. Excellent. Good job. So really shoulder heavy today. That means tomorrow will not be shoulder heavy, okay? We'll find some different body parts to work on. So great job today. Beautiful weather if you're here in Lexington, Kentucky. Go outside, get some sunshine, get some vitamin D, soak it up. We don't always get weather like this, but when we do, we should take advantage. I want you guys to give yourself a big round of applause. Let's see a quick flex. Want you guys to stay strong. There it is. Good deal. Good to see you guys. Elbow bump, elbow bump. All right. Have a great day. Love you guys.